I think you could tell a lot about a person by how they drive. And not really based on what car they have or how fast their car is, but how they treat the people on the road around them. And lately, I don't think any of society really likes each other very much. I was going to the store to pick something up, and on the way back, I was doing 45 and a 25. And for the guy in the souped-up Mustang behind me, apparently that wasn't fast enough for him. And apparently, I didn't deserve to exist on the same road that he was on, because he was so close to my bumper behind me that I could see the brand of sunglasses in my rearview mirror that he was wearing. And they were Oakley's, by the way. And the dude was like swerving and, revving his engine and just acting like his time was completely worth more than my safety in any way. And I wasn't even going slow. I was going 20 over. I technically was breaking the law by how fast I was going. And then it hit me that the road is the only place left where we openly treat each other like obstacles instead of people. I was just minding my own business, and then this guy comes flying up behind me right on my bumper. Like I'm somehow the problem. And I was sitting there thinking, where exactly does this dude need to be that badly? And it's not just this instance that I had today. We see it everywhere on the road now. People constantly blowing through stop signs when it's clearly not their turn, cutting people off while we're merging, merging on the freeway, trying to get 4 cars in front of one. It's take turns, dude. We learned this stuff in kindergarten. It's a zipper. It's 1 car and 1 car and 1 car and 1 car. I don't know why that's so hard for people to comprehend. And if it isn't hard to comprehend and they just do it anyway because they don't care, like, how are you that much of a jerk that you think that you're more important than somebody else? It's like every interaction on the road has to be turned into some kind of a mini competition. Who can get ahead and who can win and who refuses to give any kind of an inch. And I think there's like this weird psychological shift that happens to people when they get behind the wheel of a vehicle, especially an expensive one. Like somehow their MSRP dictates their rank in society as a whole. We've started equating horsepower with importance. If you have the faster car, you have the right of way. If you have a louder engine, you have a louder voice. Don't even get me started on people with Teslas. We've turned our daily commutes into low-stakes races where the only goal is not to get home safe, but to make sure that nobody else can get in front of us and to show as many people as possible that we're better than them. And the more I think about this, the more I start to realize that I don't think any of this is really about driving. I think this is just how people treat each other now. They're just doing it at 90 miles an hour. I remember when a 4-way stop was like a dance of mutual respect. Now it's a game of chicken. The 4-way stop was like I would get there and someone else would get there, and I'd be like, you know what, I'm not more important than you, and we got here at almost the same time, so you go ahead. And then they're like, no, you go. And then I'm like, no, you. And I don't agree with that either because that holds up traffic and time. So you should just take your turn when it's your turn. But still, at least it was a sign of like being polite. But now it's just constantly cutting people off or driving through the stop sign because waiting in some way feels like losing to people. We constantly cut people off when we're merging lanes because maybe we've forgotten that the other person in the other car has a family and a job and a bad day just like we do. But behind a tinted windshield, we're not a neighbor to other people. We're just a slow car or an idiot or a problem. Because behind the wheel, there's no eye contact, there's no conversation, there's no reminder that we're an actual human being in the other car until tensions escalate too high and there's anger and yelling and screaming and profanity, and then that turns into road rage. So it's just us and our time and our destination, and everyone else is just in our way. And that's what it kind of feels like lately. Like society is everyone's in a rush all the time and everyone's stressed and everybody feels like their time matters more than everyone else's. Their lives are more important. It's seriously main character syndrome. So we stop being patient and we stop being understanding and we stop giving people the benefit of the doubt. And the funniest part is that the guy riding my bumper earlier like his life depended on it, he ended up at the same red light that I was at. Like, congratulations, man. You risked everyone's safety to have to save absolutely 0 seconds of your time. Now you just look like a dick. I think the way we drive is the purest reflection of how we feel about each other in society right now. And honestly, it's pretty ugly because we're so connected digitally, yet we're so disconnected physically. So here's a thought for that dude that tailgated me, Mr. Mustang. You are not more important than me. You're just louder and you're an asshole. And the 2 minutes that you saved by cutting me off didn't make your life better in any way. It just made the rest of the world a little bit meaner for the rest of us. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect either. I've had moments of losing my temper. I've gotten annoyed. I've gotten impatient. I've made mistakes. But now more than ever, I try to catch myself and I try to realize that other people are probably just like me. Maybe they're also tired. Maybe they've also had a long day. Maybe they're just trying to get home. Maybe they have a loved one who just passed away. And I think that's what's missing right now in society is not speed, but efficiency. Just a little bit of empathy, a little bit of understanding. Because at the end of the day, we're all just people sitting in different cars trying to get somewhere. So please, if you heard this and it resonated with you, do me a favor and just try to drive safe, treat other people with respect, or better yet, just drive or walk like there's another human being in the other lane.